Hey guys, I wanted to introduce you real quick to one of my favorite people in the industry. This is Randy Hurtado. And when we talk about coaching, we've had a lot of coaches on here before. One of the cool things about Randy and what makes him really unique as a business coach, business mentor is he doesn't have some made up story about I had a business, I got out of it, and now I'm a full-time coach. No, he runs his business while coaching because that sounds like a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
And he's doing it. So if you're looking for someone that could help you that is actually doing it in the trenches every day, you got to meet Randy. So Randy, thank you so much for stopping by, dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me by.
Absolutely, anytime. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing, kind of your history, and then walk us through what you got going on.
So prior to 2015, I was an IT security software specialist. I was not into roofing or construction.
That's like the ultimate cowboy thing to do.
Yeah. Well, my mom had 4 boys, and I was the nerd of the 4. My other brothers were all into construction, and I ended up I was a little late to the game. In 2016, the company that I was with for 24 years got purchased for $100 million, and they didn't need my services anymore.
Wow.
And decided to take a pivot and go into a different industry. My office was right next door to a company called DT Roofing. Again, didn't know anything about roofing, but I understood business. Spent a lot of time, as you can imagine, in that world. You spend a lot of time with C-level people. Mm-hmm. So I was at a lot of on-the-job training. I'm just a high school educated guy, so I was self-taught in that realm. And when I started working with DT Roofing, I only knew how to do business the way I did before, which was relationships. I didn't know the door knocking, I didn't know the SEO, I didn't know all the traditional methods that people use. And so when I consult with my fellow colleagues in the industry, I just tell them my story on how I did it through relationships. I don't poo-poo all of the other ways to do it. There is an element of marketing, there is an element of door knocking and what have you, but relationships will trump all of those if you do it right. Absolutely.
And that's, you built the entire thing on that, and then you started to mentor people.
Yeah, and it wasn't a purposely, I didn't purposely go out to mentor people. Obviously, people would reach out on social media, just say, hey man, I've been following your content, and do you have any advice on this or that? And I would just give it freely. And that just slowly trickled into getting more and more calls. And I'm a relational guy, so I love to see people kill it. If they're willing to do the job right and build our industry up because they're wanting to do it right, who am I to keep information that I was given by somebody else at some point when I reached out to them and said, hey, I really respect you in the industry and this is the problem I'm having. How do you recommend? They didn't say, well, I'll send you a Venmo link so you can send me some money and then I'll give you my wisdom. It's like, no, that's not,
Well, it just in all practicality, it doesn't make sense to do it that way. Like, who in their right mind has a successful, thriving business and then decides, oh, you know what, I'm going to not do that business anymore and become a full-time coach and consult people and make that my full-time business. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, and there has to be questions about whether they were actually successful in their company if they quit doing a business that was thriving to do another, do a consulting business. If they're doing both at the same time, I can have some respect for that, I suppose. But
yeah, but very few do, if any. And you're actually probably the first one that I ran into that is doing that is running a very successful group of businesses and have learned how to manage and delegate, create systems and processes, and do all the things that need to be done so that a business can run efficiently without you being involved probably in the day-to-day.
Right.
And then take that knowledge that you've acquired and hand it off to other people. That's freaking cool.
No question. My partner and I have definitely acquired, have some amazing leaders within our companies that help the day-to-day operation, and that allows us, it affords me the time to be able to do stuff like that. So sure.
Dude, I love it, man. And that's, to me, that's at the essence, at the core of it, it's the most genuine way to really give people help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Dude, that's cool. So I wanted to introduce you to our audience. If you're watching this and you're like, man, I'm thinking about hiring a coach, I'm thinking about looking for a consultant, that's great. Go down that road. Like, start exploring those options. But you need to meet Randy. And the reason why is just because this is not some sales pitch. This is a guy that's actually doing it, that's been doing it for years, has the knowledge, has the experience, and can give you that right now and boost your business in a way that's actually going to help you. That's cool, and that's what we want to connect you guys with.
A lot of time, a lot of my answers that are given are based off of experiences that I've had directly. So I'll share my stack with people. Like, this is the CRM I use, this is the supplement company I use, this is the marketing approach, this is the sales, because they worked for me. So I want, why not recommend something that worked for me? And I'll tell them why I chose it and why it's working out. I don't just say it's not a pitch.
There's no ulterior motive there.
Not at all.
I love that.
Yeah.
Guys, check them out. This is exactly what we try to do. We want to connect you with people like Randy that can genuinely help you and aren't trying to just sell you some program based on some limited amount of knowledge and experience and failures, basically.
Right.
This is the real deal. I'm sure you've had plenty of failures, because we're all business owners.
Yes.
We've all had failures.
If you're not failing, you're not trying.
But you've had a lot of successes too, and you probably point out a lot of things and help people along that journey. So, dude, if you want to grow, check out Randy.
You guys take care. Thanks, John.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yep.